Hi everyone, it's Diane Evans with stampinwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. So I'm not sure how Marilyn got on here so soon, but that's all good. If you're still with me, just say hello. If you're joining me through YouTube, make sure that you are subscribed to my YouTube channel. Like I say, I will be, I'm you get notified immediately as soon as I upload a new video. Plus, also, if you're on my Facebook, make sure that you give StreamYard permission to post your name. Otherwise, I don't know who you are. So when you are saying hello and you're through my Facebook group, I'm not sure exactly who you are. So hello. But in any event, so tonight is our Now What series. Basically, it's where I pick something from the annual catalog or the J to D mini catalog or the J to J catalog. And basically, I might show you how to use it. I might show you a different way how to use it. But it's just a way to get to use some of your product. Because if you have this product in your craft room and you're not using it, then honestly, I haven't done my job there. So in any event, I'm just going to pop on down to my desktop. So what we're actually looking at today are these textural elements. These come with the Boughs of Holly, um, the Boughs of Holly Suite. And they're kind of burnt on the end. It's a thin balsa wood. They can break very easily. But I was put up to a challenge to use certain colors and to use something from this suite. Well, I ended up using everything from, not everything, but I ended up using, I'm going to be using the stamp set. I'm going to be using the dies. But trust me, we are going to be using some very different colors. So I'm going to be using this. Like I say, it doesn't necessarily have to be used with the Boughs of Holly, but I am definitely using it with the Boughs of Holly. That's part of our stamp camp that we have not this coming weekend, the weekend after. So it's great that at least I can show you something if you've got this in your package. I can show you something that you can do with it, and hopefully that'll help you. All right, so I did go ahead and cut different things out of here, but wait till you see this color combination. You're going to go, what, Diane? I think you're losing it. We are going to use polished pink. I am using some evening evergreen, and I actually ran this evening evergreen through with this Fern 3D embossing folder. And I've got some basic white, but this is not like this part of the challenge. Was to use this color. Oh my goodness, you guys. This color, which is Parakeet Party. And to use some silver foil and to use something from the Boughs of Holly Suite. Now, if you happen to be, if you do happen to be in the stamp camp this come on the 27th and 28th, this is one of the challenges. So think of it, and you might be able to get ahead on the challenges. So the stamp camp that we're doing is basically you buy the suite from me, you get 13 make and takes for free, plus also you get access to this Facebook group. And the Facebook group is there forever, and you get 13 additional projects as well. So it's a really great deal. So this basic white is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. And I'm just going to go in and use my bone folder. And like I say, we are using, I don't think I've got this. We're using polished pink. And I'm going to layer that onto that one. And then there's this 3D embossing folder, and that is going to be layered on there. So it doesn't look too bad now. Like this beautiful, it's all really nice with this polished pink, but evening evergreen looks really well with it as well. But I have cut out a whole pile of these, and I didn't even take them out. And we are actually going to use these colors together, and with a bit of gold foil on there, or silver foil as well. And I think if we're going to be using silver foil, we might as well be going ahead and using silver foil. We might as well use silver embossing if we have to do any embossing on it. I did go ahead and also cut out these pieces here. I just dropped something on the floor and I'm probably going to want that. And I don't know where it went to. It's all right. I think we've got some more in here. So I've got some silver parts and I've got some of these cut and I've got this, and I don't know what we're going to do, if we're going to do anything with these berries, but we've got that. But the star of the show is this. This is what we want to use. Do you know that you can? I'm going to, oh, excuse me. I knew I was going to sneeze. And again, oh, excuse. So I'm going to come in. Did you know that you can actually color these blends? So I'm going to use my dark Parakeet Party, and I'm just going to do the stems. And you can do this in any color. Of course, like I say, I'm doing these colors, so I'm hoping it's going to work okay. And then I'm using the polished pink, and I'm going to do the berries that color, and it's the dark polished pink. Like I say, these do break quite easily, so we want to be very careful with them. So we can leave it just like that. But I thought, what fun is this, or what fun can this be? I'm going to show you what you can do with it. You can also emboss on this. So I'm going to come in with my Versamark. Maybe I want to get that colored a little bit better. And we are going to put this into the Versamark. Just like so. Now remember, don't press too hard or else it could break on you. And then I put this into clear embossing powder. I'm going to come in with my tweezers. And now we're just going to heat set that. I've got this attached somehow to my desk here. All right. So there's no secret on how to do this, but it is kind of nice to be able to make this so it's going to be a shiny sort of thing. Now I'm thinking, and this kind of reminds me of Whoville. This reminds me of the Grinch, these colors. So we can call this our Whoville card, right? Now, another thing that you can use also on these are these here, the Pearlized enamel effects. You could use on there as well. You'd have to let it go for quite a while. Or you can turn around and you can actually color, put silver on there or whatever accents that you want to use in your project. So let's go ahead and put these really weird colors together. Like I say, it looks like Whoville, doesn't it? And I'm wondering, this is looking like it's a little too, no, I got it right. This happens to be 4 by 5 1/4. So we're just going to put that on there. So, and like I say, we're going to just go in and we're going to put this fern embossing folder. Now, I think that was the deboss side. I kind of like that side. I'm going to put it on the embossed side, though. And let's just put that on there. Now, like I say, I was thinking that I could even do the Parakeet Party on the base of the card. But honestly, I thought it was just too much green. Like, I mean, we're going to be putting lots of green on there to begin with. And then what we want to do is I want to come in with my Parakeet Party. Oh dear, my nose now. And I've got my blending brush. And I thought if I put tone on tone like this, you don't really see the colors. So I'm going to actually just blend or come in with the sponge, and I'm just going to do the top part here. And you want to be careful that you don't rip it. But by adding a bit of color on here, it's just going to give a bit more definition. Who's sitting there going, oh my goodness, those colors together? Well, you know, sometimes you have to do non-traditional cards, colored cards. That seems to be more the norm now anyways, is to have non-traditional colors. But I am liking these two colors together. Okay, and I think I might even just do this one just for good measure. Oh, that's a really big one. Oh, I'll do the little one. So these textured elements too, they look really nice just being in their natural color as well. Let's just put that up there. And now I can go ahead and let's just put some glue on here, and we'll let it set so that it doesn't, it kind of sets, the glue sets and it won't ooze out. I don't even think I'm going to use the berries, honestly, because I think this is going to bring the pink. So there's that one. Just do a little bit here. You know, every Christmas, though, I always do a pink card. Pink and silver usually is what I always do. I love those two colors together. I actually have done a pink one. Pink and gray, actually. I did it with some snowflakes. Oh, that's great, Pam. I'm glad you like these colors. Like I say, it's definitely a stretch for me. But when I put them kind of on top of one another, I went, ooh, they're going to kind of look kind of pretty. All right, so we're going to let those kind of set. Now, I'm thinking to myself too, like if I put these leaves on here and they're just going to go on here. I have another small one. Don't know if we're going to use those. If I have that up there, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually have the coloring on here. So because I'm doing silver accents, I think I'll come in with my silver embossing powder. And we'll use one of the stamp sets from here. Do you know, is this a Christmas type of card, or is it more like a season's greeting card? I think this is more like a season's greetings, because I'm not sure. If you give this to somebody that really likes their Christmas, they might be a little offended with the colors. I don't know. Or you give it to somebody that likes these colors. Okay, now it looks like I've got that on that crooked. There we go. Now I know I brought that silver. There we go. I'm just letting this part set a bit. So that's why I'm doing this embossing right now. Come in with, whoops, here. Just need to get this on here, and then I'll go ahead and get that glue because we don't want it to be too dry. There we go. All right. Okay, let's put these leaves together. So they've been sponged just a bit, which is going to give just a bit of extra color in there, and I see that I didn't poke that one out completely. So let's just go in and poke that particular one out. I'm going to bring it out to the front. There we go. And then we got another small one. We don't know if we're going to use this yet, both of them. And then another small one. There we go. Okay, and I think the other big one is just a little bit too much. Now, while I've got this, so that we don't rub off that embossing powder, I'll just quickly heat set this. Marilyn, I totally agree with you. Marilyn was saying, all the colors are wonderful. If someone complains, remove them from your mailing list. That's actually a really good point, isn't it? I joke. My brother went and criticized one card that both my mom and I had both given him for his birthday. One was a ship and one was a sailboat. And I can't remember who gave who, but he looked at both the cards and he says, nice cards, but what's with all the boats? Well, he went from that A-rated card person down to a B or a C. So if I muck up some cards, my brother gets them. Okay, so we want to put these kind of together here. And you know what? I think the 3 would be kind of nice. We're going to stick this in here like this. See how that's going to, how that all ties together. So what I want to do is I want to kind of glue these together, and you'll see why in just a second. So I want this like so, and I could cut those off if they don't work. And then I think we're going to put this down behind there as well. And what I want to do is I want to put some of that silver trim on there, is why I'm gluing them together. And let's see how that's going to work. Okay. There we go. Yeah, that's going to work okay. And then this trim here, which is a Simply Elegant trim, I actually have a used roll here. So I want to have that loop onto the back because I want to kind of tie that all that silver that's going to be in there as well. So we're just going to turn that over. Let's put some Stampin' Seal on there. And we're just going to loop this. Don't know how much I'm going to need, so maybe we'll kind of it's on a thin roll, so it tends to go whatever way it kind of wants to go. You know what? Let's see how that looks. I'm going to just cut this. Oh my goodness, yeah. Well, my brother doesn't realize that he's not getting the good cards anymore. But he does come down into my studio and he does raid my studio. All right. So now that we've got that on the back, I'm going to come back with my embossing buddy and I want to kind of stick. I want to de-stick that. And because I want to put dimensionals on it. I want this popped up. And then we're just going to come in with the dimensionals and put them in such a spot that they're going to actually hold down that trim. And one more here. I think that'll work. Maybe another one right here too. There we go. And then, like I say, this is a real stretch for me, but you know, I'm kind of liking this. We're going to call it our Who Boughs, our Who Boughs. So that's just going to go up like this. And then I've got these silver elements here that we're going to stick in. And I kind of, we're going to have to lift this up a bit. And that's going to kind of just sort of tie all that together. Like I say, I was going to put silver onto the berries here and put the berries up here, but I thought that was just a little too much. And we'll just there, and then we'll put another one down here. So don't forget, if you do like this, give me the thumbs up. If you have any questions, by all means, reach out. I do read my comments. I do try to reply back to every comment. All right, so this is going here, but I think I need to somehow tie that all together. So what I'm going to do is make it look like I've tied it together. So I don't know if a bow is going to look any good on there, but let's give it a try. So if we put a bow on there, that's going to kind of look like it's all sort of tied together. So I'm going to come in with my glue dots. And first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to take a glue dot and attach the bow. So I'm just squishing it. Remember, this is really fragile. And put that there. And then, and you know, I can loop that down there. Then on the back of here, that's where we're going to, how we're going to attach this. On here. Whoops. It's sticking to my hand. But we're going to attach these with glue dots on here. Look at that. It just doesn't want to stick onto there. And another one. And this will make sure that this adheres really nice down onto our green here. See how that's sort of tying in? Kind of looks grinchy, doesn't it? And then let's go ahead and put this on there, but I'm going to kind of tuck it underneath that one, but I'm going to put on dimensionals on there as well. Now, do you think I need embellishments on there? Other than what I've done? Now, this has got a white inside. So, you know what? I can do this off over to this side. Like so. There. And honestly, I'm thinking that that's almost enough. Oops. That just sort of looks like it's a continuation up there. So there it is there. Wow, that's really different for me too. And then I think what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and I'll put one of these detailed leaves on the inside. And I'm going to do it with the Parakeet Party. Oh, you like it? Oh my goodness. Well, that is, I'm glad you do. I'm really glad that you do. So like I say, it's a bit of a stretch. This stamp camp, it's an international stamp camp. I have to tell you about it. It's we do it every quarter, and we're a group from all over the world. And you know, even if you are a demonstrator, it's a great deal. Even though you purchase the suite from us, you do get your 13 make and takes plus the other as well. So that's season's greetings from our home to yours. Let's see, to friends near and far. I think this one might be one I might give my brother. He'll go, "What were you on that night?" Anyways, there's the card. You know, I well, pink is hit a tone of red and the green in any event. That's all right. So if you like that, give me the thumbs up. Make sure that you do share my video. I do appreciate it. That's one of the biggest compliments that you can give me. Another thing is make sure that you do try to use these textured elements in different ways. I've now brought them out, and now I feel like I have to use them more and more. I think this would be kind of fun. Now, I just thought of that. Can you imagine just having this kind of like this would be kind of cute with something, not on this card. I'm just trying to show you what else you could do with it. You could have it where it's like flowers or, you know, I don't know. I would love to see what you do with it in any event. So, all right. So like I say, there we go. Card Sketch Saturday will be at 10 o'clock Pacific time on Saturday. And I will also, when I go to Vienna, I'm going to have my techniques. I'm going to continue to have my techniques. So I'll pre-record those along with my card sketches. Not the mystery, but I will be doing the card sketches in November when I'm gone. So anyways, I hope you like that. Like I say, it's a real stretch, but I kind of like it. It's not bad. In any event, have a great evening. And if you have any questions, like I say, just reach out. Have a great day. Bye for now.